Either this will ring bells for you or it won't. A printed banner has appeared on the concourse of a petrol station near to where I live. Come inside, it says, for CD apostrophe S, comma, videos apostrophe S, comma, DVD apostrophe S, comma, and books apostrophe S, period. If this satanic sprinkling of redundant apostrophes causes no little gasp of horror or quickening of the pulse, you should probably put this book down at once. By all means, congratulate yourself that you are not a pedant or even a stickler, that you are happily equipped to live in a world of plummeting punctuation standards, but just don't bother to go any further. If that caused you to twitch, this is the book for you. Welcome to Eat, Shoots, and Leaves. I'm Zan, konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? And welcome to an episode of the Spiraken Book Club, the show where we talk about various books and how they are. Hope you're doing well and hope you're excited for another fun-filled episode. So let's actually get to it, because today we're going to be talking about the 24th book in our Project 45 by 45, where I ate 45 books before I hit 45 years old, and we're actually making a decent amount. We're almost 20 away from the episode where I hit it up, and we got more than was it about 30 weeks until my birthday, so we're kicking ass. But I digress. So let's actually get to it as we talk about this book, which is very different from what we've been talking about, because this is one of the first nonfiction books that we're talking about. Well, it's the second, actually, if you count the Book of Disquiet, but that was actually a fiction book. And what are we talking about? We are talking about Eat, Shoots, and Leaves. This is by Lynne Truss, came out in 2003, and this is a reference essay slash grammatical text punctuation guide for anyone who's interested in talking about text and punctuation. More importantly, it's based on a joke. Now, the joke is very simple. Panda walks into a cafe. He orders a sandwich, eats it, then he draws a gun and fires 2 shots in the air. Why? Asks the confused waiter as the panda makes towards the exit. The panda pulls out a badly punctuated wildlife manual and tosses it over his shoulder. I'm a panda, he says at the door. Look me up. So the waiter goes, grabs the book, turns to the relevant page, and sure enough finds an explanation. Panda, large black and white bear, like mammal. Native to China, eats, comma, shoots, comma, and leaves. So punctuation really does matter, even if it's occasionally a matter of life and death. And that's what this is about. It is about punctuation, the love of it, and more importantly, how insane it is. And going over some of the errors and wonderful things and stupid things that are about punctuation. And this book sounds like it should have been the most boring thing possible that I would have had no interest in. However, the truth of the matter is very simple. This was engaging, fun, and insane. It was written in a way where it's a conversation between Lynne Truss and you, and it's engaging. It's funny, it's different, and it's witty. I mean, just some of the quotes. The first quote that sticks out to me is very simple and very easy. That's the first part where we're talking about, well, it's this. The rule is don't use commas like a stupid person. I mean it. It's very much direct to the point. It's chastising you while getting into some of the nuances of punctuation. And it is engaging and intriguing. And for someone who's just not a fan of a lot of grammatical text, this one definitely made me want to read it. Now, I will say it is written almost like a research paper. It opens up with the thesis, the theories, and the breakdown of how the book works, and then it gets into each part. But each part is fascinating. It goes through everything from the seventh sense, which is the punctuation, to the tractable apostrophe, to even that'll do, comma, and then the one which I thought the best, airs and graces, which deals with quotation marks, and it even goes into the Oxford comma. And speaking of the Oxford comma, well, very simple what they say about that, and that is, well, first off, proper punctuation is both the sign and cause of clear thinking, but more importantly than that, there are people who embrace the Oxford comma and those who don't. And I'll just say this: never get between these people when drink has been taken. It is just an analysis of punctuations and the rules of punctuation and writing. Now, if you have no interest in this at all, I still recommend this because it is such a very engaging and intriguing, and more importantly, educational reference book. It's one which reads like a comedy, and it's just it from one point to the other. You definitely want to know more about it. There are some dry spots. I'm not going to lie. There are some spots which it gets a little bit not pedantic. More importantly, it gets a little bit well. You kind of zone out for a second when it gets into some of the more unique elements of semicolons versus colons versus, and it gets a little confusing. But overall, this is an exceptional book. It is one which is definitely worth reading. And if you're a writer or creative, this is something to have. Because honestly, I don't remember how to use semicolons. I know they're kind of a pause, but this got into what the elements of semicolons are. So it is worth checking out. And how is it for its length? Well, it's only 207 pages. So it's a fast read, it's a quick read, and more importantly, it's one which you just can look at, flip to the page you want to go to, like, all right, I want to know about semicolons. Flip to commas or dashes, cutting dashes, and also ellipses, or the most little used punctuation mark, which is the hyphen. So if you just want to go to it, you just go to the page, you read it, and it'll teach you what you need to know. It's pretty cool, pretty engaging. More importantly, it's one of those ones where you don't have to be a nerd to like it, and it makes grammar fun. Now, if you're looking for a story, this is not for you. If you're looking for a narrative, not for you. If you want to read about the people who are horrible about grammar, this is the book for you. So overall, what did I think about this? What did I give it? Was it great? Was it bad? Well, out of our ratings, I had to give this, read it now. This is a witty thesis-like love letter of punctuation that educates and entertains. It's dry in a couple spots, but a captivating resource every writer should devour. It's just definitely worth checking out, and it's definitely worth reading. It honestly is. And if you've read this or you haven't, let me know. Email me, zanspiraken.com, tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, beforehand, remember, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, share, subscribe, and as always, click on that bell for notification when we release new episodes. And we have a lot of new ones coming out. Now, this week is kind of interesting because this week I'm going to be doing a couple of things. First off, we've got our manga review, our first manga review since our 18-year anniversary happening this Wednesday. And then after that, I will be at Animazement 2026. That's going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. I have 3 panels. If you want to know more about the panels, definitely check out the Spiraken Manga Review or check our website, www.spiraken.com, to find out more about this event that I'm going to be at and the panels I'm running. Regardless, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Before I forget, we have our book for you, because we're almost completely at 26. And what is you going to be? For the you letter, we're going to be reviewing Strange Buildings by Uketsu. This is the sequel to Strange Houses, and this is the third in his installment of the three strange books. Each one deals with these very unique elements. We're going to be talking about this, showing the images from the book itself, and more importantly, I'm not going to spoil anything when we get to it because it's a mystery series. I'm not going to get into it, but I digress. Can you believe we're almost at 25? Which, if when I hit 25, that means I need 20 left till I hit 45. Are we going to do it? Definitely. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, I'm your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time. And as always, keep reading books. I will see you later.